Did everybody catch the fish at the end?
I'm sure. I mean, I caught it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You
I mean, I didn't literally catch it. Sitting here eating a goldfish for dinner.
Ooh.
Oh. I mean, that's how Pepperidge Farm does it. You don't know, people. Those are tiny fish that they're frying up.
Oh. Goldfish.
They feed them pizza. That's how they get pizza-flavored ones.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go. Flavor blasted. You don't want to know how they get flavor blasted.
Almost Gamers.
Bonjour, mon frère et sœurs.
Did you actually take French?
Yeah, I took like 4 years of French in high school.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy how much I kind of remember, but not really. Like, yeah, if I were to try to have a conversation with people, no, I would not do well. But
4 years.
yeah, 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's one of the harder ones, isn't it? More difficult.
Just because it, like any romance language, it has the feminine and masculine words, so you have to learn what they are properly, which makes it kind of difficult. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It's easier than Japanese.
Oh, yeah, you're still doing that?
Very, very slowly.
Well, say hello in Japanese. Can you do that?
Konnichiwa.
Oh, yeah, Konnichiwa. I should have known that. Is that from, like, Muppets or something?
Possibly. I don't know.
I think I learned that from Muppets.
So, hey, I think we're doing a podcast.
Right. I forgot about that.
And we're back. We're back home. For those of you who can see and hear, we discussed that it sounded different when we were away from home.
Yeah.
So it's
I blame it on the fish.
Yeah, the fish was fucking up our entire episode. Yeah, for that, the whole episode, I apologize a little bit. And yeah, let's blame the goldfish because it was just...
He kept staring at me.
Yeah,
Threw me off.
It was a weird one. We weren't super high with our segments, but there were segments. They happened, and now they're done.
And some people listened.
Yes, quite a few. Yeah. We're still growing. I think we got another country. I couldn't. Yeah. I didn't know which one because there's just so many. I don't have them memorized.
It's
but
really bizarre.
I want to say Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that one. I noticed Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
an interesting one.
Yeah, more than one. That was more than one.
Yeah, they had two in Vietnam.
Yeah, it's interesting when we get just the one listen. When you get more than one, I'm like, so they told a buddy? Or I guess they listen to more than one episode. I don't know exactly how that works.
No.
Yeah, whatever. But thank you, everybody, for continuing to listen. And the 4 or 5 of you that are actually watching, also appreciate that.
Feel free to subscribe and
like and hit smash that notification bell.
That's right. Don't forget.
That's right. Because we need. I want to do a blitz. I want to get a campaign up there. Get them 1,000 subscribers. We're almost hit 500 downloads on the podcast. I don't know if you noticed. We're like,
the achievement.
Yeah, achievements. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, I wonder what we get.
Maybe we'll get
our first nickel.
All right. Yeah, we'll hang that nickel right up there.
Yeah, that's
somewhere.
right. Yeah, first time we earn a nickel, it's going up on the studio. We ain't spending it.
No. Saving that.
So I think you got some. Speaking of all our socials, I think you got some news.
Yeah, I followed through with my word, and I created my first Reddit, and I failed at it first time, so that was good.
Did you create an account, or did you just sign into the?
I just signed into Almost Gamers.
Okay.
And I just went on our general profile and created a, I guess it's a thread.
Or subreddit. I think called a subreddit.
And
maybe.
Then Steve Miller, who's pretty much the only person active on he said, I thought there was going to be a hot tamale quiz, and I was confused. And then I realized you have a subreddit for Almost Gamers podcasts. So I guess he was thinking I would post it under the podcast thread or whatever.
Oh, that's the only one that we have.
Well, yeah. That's what I was so confused.
Okay.
But I guess I should post everything on the podcast thing.
Oh, thread. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any other threads.
Yeah, I just posted it in general on our profile, I guess, the first time. So it didn't show up under the thread. it wasn't like, I guess nobody could see it. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't. What did you make a thread outside of?
Yeah.
You might have made a general thread.
Yeah.
Just on Reddit.
Yeah.
That's what you did. Yeah. Okay.
And
because Almost Gamers isn't what you logged. Here we go. In live action, I'm explaining Reddit to Andy. So Almost Gamers is it's a person. It thinks it's a person. You can't create a you know what I mean?
Okay.
So you, as a person of Almost Gamers podcast, created your own random subreddit. Yeah, that no one's gonna find.
No.
Yeah. so you need to put it on our subreddit.
Yes.
Okay. Did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
After I saw that, I consulted my wife, who helped me.
I didn't think about that. It's kind of complicated if you don't know.
And
it's different.
So he was a little disappointed. So I told him sorry. So I put it.
Okay.
And I made the listener poll, and I was worried. There was so many votes now. we needed a recount now. We had 2 votes.
Wow, that's more than I thought because I forgot about it, so it wasn't me.
Well, one of them was my wife. I was like, make sure this works.
Oh, okay, got it.
And the other one was Steve Miller, obviously. Okay. So
are the results in?
The results are in.
All right.
And they got it correct with Steve Hutchison.
Oh, it was Steve Hutchison.
Yes.
For those of you in suspense, you can sleep now knowing that we know the answer.
Matt does technically owe
a handful of hot tamales?
Yeah, at one time.
Okay.
And I didn't bring them because I forgot to get them.
Right.
But
the candy.
The candy.
Right.
Not an actual hot tamale dish.
Yeah.
It's a little cinnamon
tasty.
candy.
Yeah, that are.
So
they're similar to Good and Plenty.
Future Andy wrote me a letter. Remember backwards, Future Andy?
Oh, yes.
He wrote me a letter and he said, you're all fucked. So you didn't vote enough, I guess.
Oh, shit. That's right. This was to save the future. So
that's all he wrote. No more information.
All right, Reddit. You failed us all.
Sorry.
So I am sorry, not sorry. It's your own faults.
What Jen's playing?
All right, so here we go. This is our increasingly shorter and shorter segment where we talk about what we've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
And man, let me tell you what happened with me.
Oh God.
Okay, so last Saturday I randomly 2 Saturdays ago I found myself with a free day, and I'm like, cool. I'm gonna wake up, maybe go for a little bike ride. Get some shopping done, maybe work on some video editing or shoot some new film for the podcast. And then if I got time, I'm sitting down and I'm going to game. Well, I'm sorry to say that didn't happen.
It almost happened.
Because Friday night, I'm like, fuck it. Downloaded and installed Crimson Desert, played it for 2 hours, and decided waking up in the morning and playing it till my eyes bleed. And I did!
Wow.
Yeah! Well, they didn't quite bleed, but
wow. Woo! This might be a long segment.
That's
you got a lot to say.
Oh, I do. I'm excited
to hear your
pages.
Opinion. Okay.
So I spent, I did it Friday night. I kind of created the character and did the settings, all that stuff that's not fun. Then I played about 8 hours straight on Saturday.
Wow.
So I got some notes.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Tell me.
So, we're talking about Crimson Desert, available on PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, Windows, and Mac. I always find it fun when they're out there for Mac.
Yeah.
Get them gamers have some good time, too. Give my usual spiel. It is, it does have settings for ultra-wide monitors. No big surprise there anymore.
Mm-mm.
And it does have, it is on GeForce Now. It's my big thing, the streaming service. So if you own the game, you can stream it basically using top-notch graphics. And I did. I turned on all the stuff.
Good.
And it took me a while to get it going great. And I'll tell you why. It was kind of my own fault. But for those of you wanting to know, if you are playing it on GeForce Now, use DLS setting 4.5. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah, those damn points. These tech companies love like 4.1, 4.5, not DLSS 5, which is a whole other Sarah old podcast. We're not there yet, but I guess we're halfway there.
Right.
And that's about all I'll say about that. All the other settings really didn't kind of matter. It's interesting. It does have HDR10 plus. I think. Did we ever talk about HDR? Nah, that'll probably be in a future Emporium. But anyways, there's apparently only about 15 games that actually take use of HDR10 plus, and this is one of them. And my monitor has to be one of the few monitors that uses HDR10 plus, and it doesn't fucking work.
Of course.
I talked about it once before. The plus means it auto sets the brightness. You don't have to worry about fixing that yourself, which I always hate. I'm like, I don't know. Is this too bright? Is this too dark? It automatically picks the right setting.
Well, that's nice. I hate that.
Well, it works out to pick my own setting.
Okay.
But it does run pretty damn great. I get about 120 frames per second. It does, though. And here was my problem why I ended up playing around with it for like an hour or two, not real happy with it. The game has a very stylized look, is the only way I can describe it. The lighting is fantastic. The textures are fantastic. But some of the environmental textures and the things around people, it looks almost blurry or smeared, especially when you're outside. When you're inside, it's okay. When you're outside, again, I thought it was a weird visual glitch, but from what I can tell, it's just kind of the way the game is. This is kind of an indie game, kind of not. It's hard to describe, but remember the previous to this, they made a huge, basically mobile MMO.
Yeah.
So think about games think about your typical MMO RPG. That's massively multiplayer online role-playing game. For those of you don't know. And usually they tone down their graphics because there's so much happening. You don't want too much detail because it'll crash and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's the issue here. They're trying to give them too much detail, and this is kind of the way they make up for it.
Right.
But that's why it really helps if you have the ability to do, the DLSS or the frame gen. I'm not getting into all that stuff, what it is, but turn it on, folks. People, for some reason, don't like that shit, but it really helps. It makes it run smoother and better, but you're never going to get rid of that weirdness, at least for now.
Okay.
Don't be like me and that grass doesn't look right and spend 45 minutes trying to make the grass look better. It doesn't fucking matter. Let it go, Matt. Let it go. Anyways, the game looks great. You know me, I love a good lighting.
Right.
So especially at night when everything's lit by torchlight. So we're getting a lot of games now that use dynamic and realistic lighting sources. So back in the day, rooms were lit up because they were lit up. Now we're getting more sophisticated. They're lit up because there's something there to light it up. And there's not just a magical element that lights it up. So this, when you're in a little town, the only light, especially if it's cloudy and there's no moon, the only light you can see is coming from the torches. That's really fucking cool.
That is.
I really appreciate that kind of shit.
Nice.
And the armors are kind of shiny and looking good. There's very good ray tracing and that kind of shit. So, you know what I mean? I love that. And the marble statue, nice and shiny. Man, they just buffed these floors out. And so it's your typical. Well, I thought. I'm going to go into this. So I'm going to spoil just a little tiny bit, only because I knew nothing about this game really at all. And I'm sure you didn't
really,
and don't. But it's your typical looking, fantasy RPG. But I'd call it not as much an RPG, more on the action adventure.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of Assassin's Creed for more than one reasons. But it's because that combat style kind of blends the action adventure plus the RPG. And it also secretly, if you will, but if you see any trailer, you know this, blends kind of a mystical, modern, I don't know, is it like a Matrix? Is it magic? I don't know, but there's some sort of a futuristic feel to it. There's a whole upper section where you can get teleported to, and it's very, and you can glide down using your thing, kind of turn into this kind of blocky digital crow looking kind of motherfucker.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was wholly unexpected to me.
Yeah.
It added a whole other feel to it.
Right.
That I'm like, oh, so this isn't, has
Yeah.
your medieval, but there's more shit going on. I kind of like this. I'm
Okay.
really liking
You're
it.
a fan of that.
I am. And the voice acting so far is pretty good. It's a lot of, the main guy's kind of like a Scottish accent going on, and learned a fun new word, cock swaggler. So
Cockswaggler.
I'm going to be using that a lot because that's
Official.
just fun to say. You cock swaggler.
Cock swaggler.
So,
I like it.
yes, it's fantastic. The only thing, and I think is what a lot of people say, and another reason, so a big thing with this game is people say, it takes about 10 hours before you really get into it. And that is true, but for a lot of different reasons. And I think that's what throws people off. It is mechanically odd. Like things and menus and shit that it doesn't do it the way most games do. Like we've come to a place in the world now, especially with RPGs, there's a lot of conventions. This game doesn't, it shies away from them, which makes it feel fresh, but it's also just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So the combat in general, the way you use the buttons isn't your normal. And some decisions are weird, like the pushing in the left stick, which is my least favorite button in all of video games, is both crouch, fine, and using one of your main skills in the game. Yes, that is a perfect face, because that's, once I figured that out, I'm like, wait, what? It's mapped to the same button? It just matter how long you hold it?
Oh, man.
You get kind of used to it, but I don't know, man.
I don't like it.
And, some of the, even like the main menu is weird, and I didn't like it because everything was tied to basically the start button. Everything, include the map, your inventory, the save screen.
Everything. Wow.
And there's no like separate button that does like sometimes like the settings aren't their own thing. No, the settings are under other. You got to go to other. It took me a while, not the settings, the save. It took me a while to find the fucking save button.
That's
it's not great. Although I just realized last night, I was playing it for a little bit. If you hold in the start button, it picks up a quick select for the menu, which is a little better.
Yeah.
But still, I shouldn't have had to do all that.
Right.
And your inventory is confusing, and I don't know why to describe why it's confusing, but it just is. But apparently it's better. It was apparently worse.
Wow.
Like you can't unequip your main sword and shield. Like you always have them on you, and they're always in your main slot. You can change your slot 2 to whatever you want, but you can't unequip slot 1. But it doesn't really matter because the way the inventory, the switching works. And I guess I get it. The reason it's there is because you ever get weirded out when they have cutscenes and it switches back to the default.
Oh, yeah.
So that's their way around that is, well, you always have it equipped. So and I'm like, I get that, but it's just, it's weird. And I waste about 15 minutes trying to figure out how to switch my fucking weapon off. Like, you can't. Oh, you just switch. Yeah.
Wow.
But there are some issues. I know there were a ton more issues when this game first released, but apparently they have been crazy. I mean, I guess what I'm playing is so much more polished. I only play it like a month later.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but they're just on it, apparently. They're constantly fixing things, so I'll give them that. I didn't run into any crashes or things like that. There is kind of a long-ass loading screen when you first start it up, like long. And if you reload, it's almost as long. But if you fast travel, it's not as bad. And then other than that, there's no loading screens. So for a big open world, I guess that's kind of the trade-off.
Yeah.
There's not even like a fake loading screen. Like you go in a building, you're inside the building. There's not like a transition or anything.
Yeah.
So I guess that was kind of the trade-off. So, yeah. But interacting with people and things, that's the weirdest part. You can't just walk up to something and hit the interact button. You have to hold left bumper to look at specific things, and then you can interact them. It was throwing me off, but I'm like, how often am I trying to pick up a fucking block and I pick up the apple next to it?
Yeah.
So this kind of makes it easier to focus and do the exact thing that you want it to do.
Okay.
Plus then a sub-menu will pop up of talk, buy, steal, threaten, so you don't accidentally punch a guy instead of just trying to shop from him.
Gotcha.
So so some of these decisions, I'm like, oh, this is actually smart. I'm just fighting against convention.
Right.
Which maybe is what we needed. Maybe we needed a game like this to shake up our conventions and make us try new Doing better things.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know there's going to be a lot of copycats based on this.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
So this is the new.
Yeah. There are some, neat things. Your body temperature comes into effect. I haven't had to deal with that yet, but like apparently from the cold environments, you move slower. You have to get heated up by like a fire, and opposite for hot environments. I haven't had to deal with that yet, but I'm kind of interested to see that kind of mechanic. I already fell in love with someone. And you'll see why. This is a barmaid named Dahlia.
Jiggle physics.
No,
no.
She just, I'll throw this up on YouTube, but she just kind of gives you like a sultry.
Yeah, she's got a little sass to
Yeah,
it.
a little sass. And I just like walked up to her trying to buy something, and she's like,
Checking you out.
I'm just, okay.
Checking out that default armor.
That's right. You can pet animals.
Yeah.
Always, instant loss of 2 points if you can't pet animals.
Right. That's given.
There are there's a notification list to see pop-ups you missed and rewards. So you ever like complete a quest and like 6 things pop up? I get this, and it tells you what to do next. They pop up for a little bit, then they go away.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole sub menu where you can go in and see all the things that you missed.
Good.
And you can clear them out if you want to, or you can leave them there forever if you want.
That's good.
And I'm like already hugely grateful for that because I don't know what a lot of these things are. So it's nice to go back and see like, oh, okay.
That's really nice.
Yeah. The skill tree is also confusing. There's kind of some hints I want to give on that. A lot of these things I want to give hints, but there's way better YouTube videos that are going to list all these hints and tips. I will say the skill tree is confusing. There are skills that you can learn by watching people do stuff. So, but if you're worried, but you can spend a skill point to do it. If you reset your skill tree, you'll get that point back. If that makes any sense. Like if you're worried, so you're like, oh, I spend money on this. Now I learned it for free. So you don't get that point back immediately. But if you were to reset all your skills,
okay,
that what you learned naturally stays.
Oh, okay.
So you can spend your free points somewhere.
Gotcha.
I was worried about it. I'm like, I'm not going to buy this now because I'm going to get to learn it later. But I really want it now.
Yeah.
So feel free to go ahead and learn it now. And some skills, when you learn them, turn white, and some turn on the color of the tree you're in, like green, red, or blue, I think is the other one. I thought that meant something, like white was level 1, green was level 2. No, just going to be random fucking, some are colored, some aren't. So again, don't spend 45 minutes like I was looking to try why the fuck, this one's at level 1, that one's level 2. No, there isn't.
I'm sure somebody's...
Yeah, there's a lot. That's the thing. But the whole community is kind of coming together and like learning this game together. So that element's kind of fun. Reminds me a little bit of Elden Ring. Yeah. Where they didn't explain a lot of stuff, but they do it on purpose to be obtuse. Yeah. This game, I think... They're not on purpose. They're learning as we're learning. Yeah.
It's a whole new IP.
Yeah. It definitely is. But my biggest advice on this is just go with it and don't worry, because a lot of stuff that I was not understanding about skills are just explained during the normal course. There's a lot of side quests that are going to pop up. And I know this is a game where there's a certain point where you want to stop doing main quests and just do side quests. But from where I tell, it's like chapter 5, 6, or even 7. Okay. So just go with the main quest. Right. You'll learn naturally how to do a lot of things. A lot of things get answered. And you will start to immediately pick up on mechanics and the way things work. Like I was trying too hard to understand everything all at once. Yeah. Because there is a little section you think is a tutorial section. It's like an hour or 2 long. No, that's like your pre-tutorial. The tutorial, I'm 12 hours in. I'm not really done with all the tutorializing. There's still a lot more. Wow. So just go with it. Don't worry about it. Just explore, and exploring is worth it. You might find something neat, and rather than you might just learn lore from it, but you might find a random treasure chest there or learn a skill point for some random dude doing something. But it's neat. It definitely rewards exploring, and I think that's what the most addictive part. Yeah, it is a ton of events, kind of crazy quests, just crazy shit, and I'm not even that far. Wow. And another thing, traversal gets like it's a huge open world, and even if I just had to explore the whole thing by horseback, that'd be okay. But no, again, talking about that whole hidden, mysterious element to it, there's some crazy traversal methods you're going to get to learn where you can go very, very far, very easily. And I'm already kind of there, but it's like a little bit of skill. It's not just like go here. It's almost like platforming.
Okay.
Not hard platforming, so I like it.
Yeah, right. We know you don't
Yep.
like platforming.
So yeah, I'll do one other thing. I would say it took me a half hour to figure out how to flip up my visor on my helmet. Someone said that it was able to do it, but even if you look up how to do it online, there's like 6 or 7 complicated ways to do it. The game doesn't make any of them very fucking obvious.
Wow.
That's one of the things that just it baffles me. Like
Right.
there are quite a few things that are just like. But that didn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I shouldn't have worried about my visor.
Right.
I mean, it sounded like I was at my helmet. I was in helmet. You know,
Yeah.
I sounded like that. It sort
Yeah.
of bothered me a little bit.
Ah.
Sorry, Scottish. I sounded like
It didn't impede your vision at all, did it?
No, it's third person.
Yeah, Kingdom Come does that.
Oh God, no. Yeah, this is all third person.
Oh, that's right. It's third person.
Yeah, it's third
That's right.
person. So I think
forgot.
Witcher.
Yeah, Witcher.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Witcher in that the combat's different and everything you gotta kind of learn. But yeah, folks. So that's my advice to you is fucking just play the game. It is $70.
That's expensive.
It is, but I would gladly pay it, and I'd pay it again. Music's good. I said the graphics are good enough. Don't worry about the fuzzy little details.
I want my grass looking good.
And I think everyone does say the overall story is not great.
Yeah.
The main
That's what I've
character
heard.
is not very fleshed out, and I believe I read something in regards like the main writer left or was fired somewhere in the middle, and they couldn't use his stuff they had written, so they kind of scrambled. That was
wow. I didn't know
supposedly.
that. Yeah.
I don't want to start too many rumors, but that's what I had read, and it kind of feels that way.
Okay.
It feels like the main character's arc was an afterthought. He's sometimes just a silent protagonist, you know, which again is fine, but it's in between the two. You know, you can't be.
Yeah.
You got to be Geralt or you got to be the Dragonborn. You can't be something in between,
Right.
and that's the problem. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
That and there's 2 other main characters or 2 other characters you can play as, but you share skill points, and there's not enough points even for the one main character, and you can't do any of the main story beats with those 2 other characters. So it's like, did they accidentally include them, or it feels more like, oh, I bet there was going to be a lot more with them, and maybe there will be with expansions.
Yeah.
So that's kind of sad. I was looking forward to playing with other people, but I was like, no, don't. You unlock them. Don't even fucking use them. But it's neat that they act like GTA 5 style, where like you can switch them at any time, and you'll go to wherever they were.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always thought that was neat.
Yeah, that was neat about GTA.
Apparently our tablet fell asleep, but I think we're still recording.
Yeah.
Well, considering I put my tablet to sleep, I think that's a good stopping point for me talking about Crimson Deserts.
Wow. I can't believe you got it.
I can't either, but I was determined. I had a lot of fun. It was neat. It was very exciting to just game all day. I've done that in a very
that's a fun feeling.
very long time.
Good
buddy.
for you,
I
man.
did it for you, Andy, and you, the listeners.
Well, I mean, I think overall I'm interested. I don't know if I'm not going to buy it for $70. Maybe it'll be
Cheap ass.
I'm a cheap man. Very cheap.
It's all right. It's all right.
But I don't know. I'm still not 100% sold, but I'm definitely more sold now that you told me all that.
All right. I'm glad. Should we go right into what you played?
Yeah, man. I'll try to keep it because this is going to be long, but
It's all right.
I'll just keep it
Other segments will probably be
But
shorter.
I played a game that was on, I think, one of our future quests. And this one, I don't know. I was worried you might have played it, so I was kind of glad when you said that. It's Vampire Crawlers.
Oh, I thought about after doing after my day of gaming this, so that's be my drunken game later.
Oh, it
but
should
I ended up playing that all night. So.
Yeah, so for everybody new,
Yes,
Vampire Crawlers is the first spin-off of Vampire Survivors. So Survivors was just kind of, you killed a bunch of things that attacked you. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, because it became its own genre.
Yeah, it's its own genre.
Yeah.
So this is the spin-off.
A Brotato is kind of what.
Yeah, if you played Brotato and some other
auto shooter,
auto shooting,
kinda,
and leveling up and
quickly.
It was unique to say the least. Crawlers gets a major thumbs up. It's worthy.
I forget.
Is
Is it the card based?
It is.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a first person game. So it's like Survivors was top down.
Yeah.
You looked at your little
Classic.
guy. Yeah. And this is same retro graphics, but first person, and it's a grid system in the sense that it's like old school, like games that I thought of was like Wizardry, or even like the first Myst, or if you played Legends of Grimrock, where you push up and you move one space.
Okay, right.
But it's still 3D and like, you know, but it's not.
It's not free roaming. You're here, here, and there. Yeah.
And all the monsters are just like old school RPGs. They're just standing there. So if you get close to them, you engage in combat.
Okay.
And then levels.
They don't move.
They don't move at all. Levels are very small. The map, they have a little map for you to look at, like a mini map.
Okay.
They're probably like 30 or 40 tiles because it's all quick. It's all real quick levels. Kind of like in the same vein as Survivors. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the main thing is the combat is all turn-based cards. So you're dealt a hand. You start with a deck of cards, and then you're dealt, when you start combat, you get your hand, and it's designated like 4 or 5 cards. But that you can make it grow in different ways. But
okay.
And they have they're like a classic card thing where they cost mana.
So this is like a deck. This is a deck building game.
Yes, it's very much a deck building. So yeah, cards cost mana, and then you have designated amount of mana that you have per turn. And overall, it's plays just like that. But one of the unique things about the combat, which I really enjoyed, and actually took me a little bit, unfortunately, to figure out, is there's a multiplayer element. And so when you play a 0 card, the multiplayer, well, this is an example. If you play a 0 card, you get a 1 multiplayer. So if you go
multiplier?
Yeah, it's kind of, well, that's what I meant to look this up. I don't know how it exactly works. I call it a multiplayer. I think that's what they called it. I don't know how it works, but you build this multiplayer up so you get a one-time multiplier. So if you play a 1 card, a 1, like cost the mana 1, then it goes up to 2.
Okay.
And then so on and so forth. So if you play a 2 next, it goes up to whatever. And it just keeps going up and up. And you can almost, with wild cards, you can make it go infinitely, essentially. Like, I actually got it up to like 100 at one point. But that's end game stuff. But it really changes the combat because you start looking at those numbers and trying to figure out, coordinate as how you can get the biggest multiplayer you can get. And I really thought that was a little unique twist to their combat. The cards, so there's, I think, red, blue, purple, and yellow. Red is your typical, it does damage.
Okay.
Blue is healing or armor. Purple is build up your mana. And yellow is like power-ups. Okay. And all the old things from Survivor here, like you get your garlic, your whip. Okay. Those are on the cards, and they have stats. And
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the cards.
So they're there, and the power-ups are like candle thing where it makes you do more spread damage. And and so it's, and they all work really well. And it just works. But it's so simple, and it just works so well. And then you have those moments where you just annihilate monsters, and it just, you giggle, you laugh. And then like the monsters themselves are kind of, that's probably one of the more downsides. They're kind of boring. They either attack or they build up their armor or do both. And I didn't even notice it because it kind of got lost in the retro graphics. I didn't even notice it was popping up their intentions above their head after the turn's over, what they're going to do to you. And I was winning anyway because it wasn't that terribly.
You need no hints.
Yeah, but it helps because the bosses are slightly different. They have a countdown meter, and then like at the end of that, they'll do like something. They usually give you like a random card. Sometimes what'll mess up all your cards somehow, or freeze cards, or do stuff like that. The bosses add a little bit of difficulty. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, you get a hero. And that's like all the old heroes from Survivor. And they all have their innate special abilities.
Oh, okay. They all have the unique decks too? Or
yeah, unique. Well, yeah, they start, like all the cards are available to everybody, but their starter set.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Starts
Just like
with
the game.
different.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they're usually funny and they're cool. And
Neat.
yeah, it's
I'm in.
it's absolutely worth it. Actually, it's on well, I have it here. It's on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. And I saw it was on Xbox Pass, whatever it's called, Game Pass.
Game Pass.
So you could play it.
Yeah,
and I was
wow.
actually thinking maybe it'd be fun if you play it, and then we can do for maybe the next boss battle. We could do for the cards. We can maybe do a S tier ranking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I already 100%ed it. And it took me like 37 hours.
Woo, you put some time into that game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. And like the cards, like your weapons, you can evolve them. I don't know if you remember that from Survivor.
Yes.
You can combine them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was fun. Lots of unlockables, like different characters aren't available right away.
Sure. Yeah.
Different cards aren't available
Makes
right
me wanna keep
away.
playing and,
The only downside I would say is it's a little short. It was like, I feel like it was only like 12 levels, maybe 11 levels.
Yeah.
And I didn't get all the unlockables, so it was like you have to kind of just replay the levels. There's no incentive to keep replaying a level either.
Sure, add to it.
Yeah, I feel like
Vampires,
it needs a little bit more. But honestly, the enemies, other than the graphics, they do the same stuff over and over again.
I wonder if it's more than just the one dude. Because Vampire Survivor is one guy.
Yeah, well, this one had pretty decent sized credits. So
That's good. It's good.
So I think the team is a lot bigger now.
Good.
But I've had so much fun with it. It's actually, if it wasn't so short, it would probably be my game of the year.
Oh, shit!
They know what
I
well,
haven't
he
taken
or
about
they know what they're doing at this point.
Have fun.
Yeah, it's
The
such
name
silly,
of the game
simple,
is have fun.
and that's what I had.
All right.
I think that covers everything for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go.
I hope I remembered everything. Let me just check my notes real quick. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. I'll probably get mad at myself because I forgot something. But
Yeah.
Nah, whatever.
All right. So that was all I had for playing.
That was it. That was the only thing
all
I
right.
played.
We're one game players, but played a lot of it. Well, you
Yeah.
played a lot more than me, but
I did. I played it quite a bit.
I was all happy with how much I played. Damn.
Yeah, well, that was the only game I played for the last like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever.
All right. Dedication. That's what I like to see. Putting in the work.
Yeah,
Putting in the work.
that's right.
Right. I realize this microphone's been covering my face the entire time. Sorry, studio
He's
audience.
hiding.
Oh, we'll show you for the next segment. Coming up now.
Spawn.
All right. Here's our response.
That's right.
So I do have some things. Last time we were together, we talked about what a lot of people were talking about, the Mass Effect show,
Okay.
and how the apparently the word on the street was that one of the studio heads wanted them to do some rewrites to make it appealing to non-gamers.
Yeah.
So one of the co-showrunners, Daniel Casey, responded to that, and he denied the demands that it had to be rewritten for non-gamers. He says it was just a rumor, how it started, but how these things spread. He says that is not the case. Things are going good.
Yeah, I didn't.
Now, I
look
wasn't
into
even
it.
worried if they were, but yeah, so they're not. So cool.
So, fuck everybody.
Yeah, I'm still.
And stick to the hardcore fans.
That's right. Make it too obtuse.
Matt knows all of the lore, so he's
That's
good.
right. I did forget a lot, but yeah, I like it. Okay, another thing. I didn't get it too wrong, as I thought I got it very wrong, but when I listened back, it wasn't too bad. But I basically mixed up my not evil megacorps, but kind of evil. I mixed up my conglomerates. There's been a lot of consolidation in the video game industry where people are buying up a lot of IP. So I mixed up Embracer and Crafton a little bit.
Okay.
So Embracer is the group that bought out THQ Nordic and Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. So think games like the new Deus Ex reboot and Darksiders and Time Splitters.
Oh.
Yes. So that was
No good for that.
Yeah, that was no good and sad. But they're not necessarily evil. They just were mismanaged. They bought all these IPs thinking they were going to have this amazing deal with the Saudis. There was like a Saudi group.
Yeah.
Where it was a worth $1 billion deal, and it ended up falling through. So they were just in like, oh geez, so they started canceling games left and right, and the third ending, if you will, to the trilogy, the Deus Ex reboot was one of the ones that got canned. And then they also canceled the Time Splitters comeback reboot sequel, which is very sad.
That's a big one for you.
Yeah, and but in among that sadness, they are making a new Darksiders game. Remember, that's supposedly coming out. Did it have a release date? Remember, it had one of those teaser trailers. They're like, is this really happening? Yeah. It had a slightly better trailer. So I don't know if we're actually getting Darksiders. I guess technically this would be 4.
Yeah.
3.5, 4. Because there was that Darksiders Genesis, which was kind of a...
Yeah, I didn't play that.
Anyways, so hopefully that's coming. But then they also own Metro, that IP.
Oh,
so that's definitely coming out.
Yeah, they did a big reveal, right?
Yeah. So they're in an interesting spot. They're apparently hurting and in some financial ruin, but they are the ones that own the Lord of the Rings IP as well. And they said that's what their thing is, their bread and butter. They also own like Coffee Stain Studios, which is Goat Simulator, and remember what was the game that we loved? That tower defense game that was also a first person shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, it was the second one.
Future Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn on the Respawn. Shit. Oh, I did it.
You did it.
It was like a cross between Defense Grid and like Halo.
That was like, we couldn't beat the boss.
No, the final boss was unbeatable.
That was insane.
That was. And then
that's so sad, too.
I know. And then they started making Goat Simulator. And
that probably was that game.
I believe... that company, oh geez, we're going in the weeds here, is a spinoff of People Can Fly Games, which made... oh
boy. We're going to have a record of future respawns on this segment. Respawn hell.
It's a game that we both really loved, where you had that lasso, and you would do crazy finishing moves, like the gruesomer, the funnier, the more points you would get.
Wow, a lasso?
Yeah. Bulletstorm.
Oh, Bulletstorm.
Is that game that I'm thinking of. Yes. Okay. There it is. And then they spun off and made Outriders.
Oh, Outriders. Yeah.
Yes. So, but
that was fun.
Yeah. So there's something with some developers in that crew went with to make Sanctum 2.
I knew it started with an S.
No Respawn on this Respawn. Where were we? Oh, so some good has come out of the Embracer group.
Right.
I mean...
not all. But.
Yeah, it's interesting. Remember, THQ Nordic in and of itself was someone that bought old dead IPs that already had died, and then Embracer came in. So it's just a
new name.
Yeah, more people buying old shit and trying to revive, and it doesn't happen. It's very sad. Yeah, well. But Krafton is another group that buys up old games.
Okay.
Or IP in development studios. And they're the ones that bought Subnautica. We've talked before about that whole mess. Although apparently that's back to okay now. I think the old owners are back. But they also bought Last Epoch, which you've talked about.
Yeah, that's what people are mad about.
Yes, because they did the things that Last Epoch said they would never do.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And I don't know if that's changed or not, but yeah.
Did we ever talk to Scott?
No. I forgot. I should...
Write that down. Because it's still on my wish list.
Yeah,
and
I'll find out more about that. He might know nothing about this game.
Okay.
So it's easy to call them evil, but they're also the ones that bought Tango Gameworks and possibly saved Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, did they?
Yes. So it's like,
all right.
I guess they're trying. I mean, they're obviously, well, we know from they're dealing with Subnautica, they're all about the money. Yeah. And they probably just saw money. But sometimes good things that come of that. But, so bottom line, I'd hate to call, these big companies that buy up these smaller companies bad, but sometimes it just...
There's a little gray.
The worst is when they let the IP die with them. Like they won't sell it back or won't sell it to anyone else. And it just died. That's what I want to see happening with Time Splitters or Deus Ex. I'd love that series to come back. But sometimes these companies be like, nope, if you can't have it, no one will.
That's sad.
And that is all the respondage that I have.
That was a lot of spawn.
It was some good spawn.
Now it's time for the news.
And now, tonight's evening news with your anchor, Andrewson and Matheson. Live from Channel 4.
All right.
Yeah. So, I got some newsies. I know you have some newsies.
Yeah, quite a bit.
You want to start?
All right, I'll start.
Do it.
This one, I'm going to keep them hopefully a little quicker because I don't, there's really not a ton to talk about each one. So,
Okay.
this first one is a little headline for you, Matt. I don't know if you know about Slay the Spire 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're fans of it. I'm a bigger fan probably than you. I like deck building games, but I guess it's being review bombed. Did you hear about this?
I think maybe I did, and it was for a dumb reason, right?
This like according to GameSpot. So I guess they did a little think piece on it.
Okay.
Because they're explaining it and wondering why themselves. So
yeah,
because it's early access at this point, so it's not officially released.
oh yeah, that's right. That's the other thing.
Yeah. So apparently it's like a huge portion of Chinese, like from the country China, just Chinese players are review bombing it, and they're getting into why that might be. And it sounds kind of way too complicated for this silly podcast, but ultimately I think it's kind of comes down to they just want to express they have problems with the game, so they use that as a way to express that there's something wrong with the game, they think. And I guess there's no real easy way to express that any other way because there's no website.
Oh yes, because of China's kind of ban on social media and communications. That right? That's right. That's what it was.
Maybe there's something.
Yeah,
to do
something
with
like that. They think that's what. Yeah.
But
they don't have any other way to communicate other than giving bad reviews. Which
and that's what this article gets into the deep with it, but I don't know if you had
review
anything
bombing has always been a problem, and I know there's ways to combat it, and they never really quite work. But that's a shame. But I think the game will be all right.
Well, I
climb to the top.
The only thing, there's one guy I work with. He's obsessed with the game. That's his favorite game. The first one is
okay.
The only thing he told me in brief, because he hasn't been at work for a long time, and he was passing through, and he said it's hard as shit.
Oh.
So
ooh,
I guess they're still figuring out the balance.
Sure.
It's early access.
Early access. You can't give it too much.
But apparently it's hard as shit so far. But I won't play it until it's officially released. But that is a game I will play. Okay.
That I may or may not check it out. I realized that Monster Train.
Yes,
I never.
Similar.
But
you gave up on it.
Not that I gave up on it. I guess I just there's too much out there, and I ain't nobody got this guy ain't got no time for that.
That's true, man. You're a videographer now.
That's right. Got my busy schedule, filming movies, like this movie right here. No, so what? It's not a Almost Gamers podcast without us talking about. Metallica or In Flames.
Oh yeah.
AI or Game Pass.
You got to do a bingo card.
An Almost Gamers bingo card. Oh, that'd be great. Someone needs to make that.
Wow, my wife will probably
there
AI
you go.
it up.
All right, so Xbox Game Pass. I just seen the news. With the new CEO.
Yes.
She said Xbox Game Pass is too expensive.
She said
and
that.
We're all like, yeah, no shit.
You think?
So they've already said that they're lowering the Ultimate from $29.99 to $22.99. And which I find funny, the one I wasn't complaining about, the Game Pass for TV for PC, is going from $16.49 to $13.99. So they're even lowering that one by $2.
See, that's how much you pay for the Ultimate?
Yeah.
And they really are hosing.
Yes, I know. I told you, dude. It's funny.
Now is that per month or is that?
It's per month.
Oof.
No, I actually dropped it. I don't have it this month.
That's so unfair.
Yeah, it is very unfair. I know. It's that's why it's in crazy. She's like, it's too expensive, and she lowered it.
Couldn't they make it the same price?
Nope. And then there's rumors that they're going to do kind of a pick your own plan because right now, the Ultimate throws in some like Fortnite bundles and shit like that.
Okay.
That, you know, so I get that. I don't know. But they also announced that it will no longer include, you know, the Ultimate is the only one that gets the day one releases on it. But the Call of Duty games are no longer going to be on that.
Oh.
Which is interesting because I always thought it's weird because that's their huge moneymaker.
Okay.
It's weird that that's on Game Pass, but that's also probably the only reason a lot of people get Game Pass is for that. They're basically going to be a year behind. So you'll get this year's Call of Duty next year on Game Pass. I don't care, obviously, at all, but that's an interesting shift in strategy. But I think it's a smart move for them because I bet that is I'm sure that's a huge moneymaker for them.
Oh, I bet.
And I think what they're made up for in added subscribers isn't worth the revenue they'd lost to people buying that game. I think. Well, that's obviously, I mean, they have the numbers. I'm sure that's what they ran and said, yeah, hey, it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But I wondered, it didn't say anything about the exclusivity. And I wondered about that because that was the big thing. You know, once they owned Call of Duty, were they going to make that exclusive? And they literally had to swear to the government that they wouldn't. So I'm curious if they're going to try changing that because I always wondered about, like, with the FCC, like, they always tell these companies they have this, they have to do that, but I've never heard of them, like, down the road being like, oh, you didn't do it. Now we're going to undo that merger.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know.
But yeah, that's almost on the line of political, so we're not getting into that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
But it's funny, like, even finally Xbox knows, hey, Game Pass is a little fucked up. We might need to do something about this.
It's still fucked up, Xbox.
But they're trying, so I'm curious.
Yeah, there's a few games now that are on that premium pass that I can't play, and there was 3 or 4. I was like, oh man, I want to play them. But I'd have to actually use my money.
All right, what else you got there, sir?
Oh, okay. Here's another quick one. Adamfall. You played that.
Yes.
It's going to be a TV show.
Yeah, I'm in.
So
100% in.
It's TV deal. This is on GameSpot with Fleabag writers.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
I was thinking immediately just because of maybe the Russian connection, but remember Timo Bekmenov, that crazy director? He did Night Watch and Day Watch and Wanted. Yeah, he does some weird stylized shit, and that's what that game is.
Okay.
That's coming off the sequel, I think, pretty soon, oddly enough.
Wanted?
No, sorry, Adamfall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, am I confusing? Wait, you said Adamfall.
Yeah, Adamfall.
Ooh.
Are you getting a little bit confused?
Yes, I was thinking Atomic Heart. Adamfall.
Okay.
Isn't it interesting? Remember, that was a game I actually reviewed that on here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't for me.
So it's going to be a TV show now.
But Atomic Heart, now I really want to see Atomic Heart at the movie or the TV show because that was unhinged. The game had some issues. That was just.
I do
before,
remember you talking about.
I think it was just before we started this podcast.
Yeah, I vaguely remember you talking.
I might have
about
to do the retro of that one, but
okay.
I would love because that game. I really enjoyed the visuals and the craziness.
All right.
Anyways,
Matt's lukewarm on Adamfall, but wants Atomic Heart.
That's right, baby.
All right. Okay, here's another quick one. I have quite a few quick ones.
Do 'em.
So another GameSpot article here is talking about you can be laid to rest in a Mario coffin.
Yes.
Did you see this?
No, I just want to be.
No, they're not official.
Oh, wait, they're not officially licensed by Nintendo. Okay.
But apparently a Brazilian manufacturer. He'll paint it.
Oh, Brazil.
And he'll paint it for you, or they'll paint it for you, I should say. And so you could be laid to rest.
Which car would you pick? I want the Koopa Troopa one.
Oh, cart.
Yeah.
What's a
cart coffin? Mario Kart coffin?
Oh, I didn't expect a cart coffin.
Wait, is that what you said?
No,
just a Mario coffin.
Mario coffin.
Oh, why didn't I insert the word cart?
Well, maybe maybe I stuttered and misspoke a little bit. But if we're going with carts, that's tough. I like off the top of my head, like Yoshi's motorcycle.
It'd be hard to make into a coffin though. It needs to be big. Well, if he died in
Well, I thought you were
died on a
I thought he was
motorcycle.
going to just draw it on the side.
Oh, I'm assuming the coffin is shaped.
It's
like,
literally
yeah.
the shape of it.
So if you died driving a motorcycle, then
there you go.
You know,
You're going to die.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to ask you,
Yeah.
pick a franchise. What would you want on your coffin? Painting. This isn't an actual little.
Nothing.
You don't want anything.
I mean, if,
You wanna be
if it's just painting on there, I don't really want a big coffin. I'd rather.
You want a shoebox.
I want cremated or like a
cremated.
sky burial or something like that.
Okay. So nothing painted. You don't want
No.
decals.
No. If I want, I would want like a cool futuristic looking coffin, like Spock's coffin, you know, from Star Trek.
Jettisoned into space.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
definitely.
I don't know how Spock died or was buried.
He's put it into a proton torpedo. They look like slick black looking
Okay.
pill.
What if you were cremated? This is unhinged. Never mind. Well,
Okay,
cremated and put inside a dildo.
I'm sure it's been done.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd be down with that. I'd be fine with that. No problem.
There you go.
All right.
You want me to keep going, or you just want
No, I got-
jump in here?
No, I got another one.
Do it.
So, what do you, just real quick, because we have yet to talk about marathon at all.
I'm not even quite sure what that is.
Okay, so you haven't been following it whatsoever.
I zone out as soon as I see marathon.
Okay, so
Running and games.
fair enough. Yeah, it's okay. Then yeah, if you're not really interested, I'm not really either. It's just kind of very interesting seeing it. You know, our boy Paul Tassi is.
He reports on it a lot.
Yeah,
But
and
I
I
skipped
kind of feel
that.
bad for Bungie. They're not that they're hurting, but they made a game for a limited audience, and they've maxed out that audience, and I don't see it growing beyond that. I have no desire to play an extraction shooter. For those of you who don't know, an extraction shooter is basically you land on the planet, if you will, kind of Fortnite style. You'll collect shit, and then before maybe be completing objectives, and then going to a place where you're extracted then from that thing.
Yeah.
If you die, you don't get anything that you've collected the entire time. An extraction shooter light, if you will, is a Helldivers. Is actually a kind of an example of that.
Yeah.
It's something I know that you've played.
Yeah.
So, and I know those games are very frustrating. Like Helldivers, the Helldivers 2, you do keep some things.
Yeah.
Remember Helldivers 1, you died, nothing, no XP, no loot.
Yeah,
and that's how
those
a
are brutal.
lot of these are. So you could waste hours. And that doesn't appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Is it's kind of I feel bad for Bungie, but I don't have an answer for them. Obviously,
So they're just struggling.
and not that they're struggling. It's just they spent a shit ton of money, and
Okay.
I don't see them making it back.
Right.
Let alone reaping benefits. It is a paid game. There is some talk about, well, could they go free to play? Sometimes that can help, but their game isn't based on any model of buying shit. And that would piss off the players that already paid for it. If now it's free for everyone.
Yeah.
So they're in a lose-lose situation, I feel like. But people are enjoying it, and good for them.
Yeah. All right.
I hear it's a great game. Just not the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What else you got?
So this is kind of maybe a future purchase or an Emporium thing.
Oh.
Steam controller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't look into it because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I mean I didn't really look too many details. I'm just kind of reading the headline to you, but it sounds from the review it's engineered to its death.
Yeah.
It's $99 though. They say it's not necessarily the best controller in the market, but for that price and all the engineering that went into it, it's a really
So
good
they're
deal.
saying not the best controller as in like one of those pro controllers, not
Yeah.
like the standard Xbox, the standard PlayStation. I'm sure it's way better than that.
like it has
Which
way
I
too many.
think are like $70-$80 now anyway. I think they're 80. I think they're 80.
Yeah,
Yeah, so what the fuck?
yeah. So it's not that much more, and it's engineered the shit out of
I'm
it.
curious because
Some of the neat features.
oh
is
yeah,
like,
please.
Well, the one thing I just saw was neat is they don't have D-pads; they have the touch pads,
Right.
which is kind of neat. And then they use the better. I think they use the better thing that's not doesn't get stick drift. If you
So
know,
better thumbsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
some things like that. And I think there's a lot of other shit.
And then I am assuming it's compatible with all
Yeah.
Steam launched games.
And I think it's also really good for PC. I think it has features that are really beneficial for PC.
Yeah, because I wonder because I'm always torn between the Xbox controller, which I like some things about it, and my PlayStation controller on the PC. Some games don't really support the PlayStation controller,
Right.
especially if I'm playing with GeForce Now.
Yeah, right.
So I'm wondering if this, I'll have to look into if this is fully supported by GeForce Now. That might be worth it for me.
Yeah.
Because I know it's so dumb, but I hate playing my PlayStation controller with Xbox prompts.
Yeah, right.
Drives me nuts.
That is annoying, right?
So I might. We'll see how I might have I can write off as business expense.
Yeah. There you go.
I know you folks. Hey, let us know in the comments and/or Reddit if you want us to review a Steam controller.
Yeah, Steve, let us know. That's Miller. We're not going to have another.
Yeah.
Which Steve?
All right, which Steve off? All right, I think I got some others. Oh yeah, this one's kind of sad. Not like death sad.
Okay.
But I'm sorry.
Oh.
Is a quote from the legendary Castlevania composer, because she's confirming she's not working on Belmont's Curse, which is the newest Castlevania, true Castlevania game.
Mm-hmm.
Or I never realized she did the original Bloodstained.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah. Her name is Michiru Yamane. And
nice.
Yeah, I didn't make the connection there, and
she did Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, so she specifically did Symphony of the Night. So it's like that game really was the spiritual successor, sequel in so many ways.
Yeah.
So that's sad. She doesn't go into it makes it seem like she wasn't even asked.
Yeah, I think I saw an article too that said I think she actually did their spin-off. I think they did a spin-off.
Yeah, they did like some retro style spin-offs.
Yeah, it was sanctioned too. It was like and based on how well they did with the IP, that's why they got the rights to do the full Castlevania game.
Oh yeah,
I think based on that, I think it was a DLC. Something like that.
It was one of those things where it looked like a DLC, but technically it was a full on spin-off.
Okay.
Retro style Bloodstained, but it was even more so in the vein of Castlevania.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she did music for
those
those
two.
Do
the music,
for either one of those new ones.
Yeah.
What's sad.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't.
I hope it's not a bad thing, or maybe she's busy.
That's why
we don't know.
That's what I hope. No, we don't know.
Okay.
So
we don't want another Doom type situation.
Yeah. So, but that was that.
Okay.
Oh, I just have one. Do you have any more?
Oh, I got plenty more.
Okay, go ahead. All right, do a couple.
Okay. So Elden Ring is now going to be a movie. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this?
I don't know. There's so many movies that we
But some of the names are interesting.
Yes, I don't think we did. I think here's what happens. I think during my lunch break, I always read about Paul Tossi. In my head, I have a conversation with you about what we just talked about, what we just read. Yeah, because I know you're probably doing the same thing at the exact same time.
Yeah, probably 80% of my news is stupid video games. But
okay, so no, I don't know that we have.
Not much.
If we have to, we touch on it very little because the whole thing of, we have because we always touch on the whole thing like. What the fuck are they going to do? What kind of a story?
Well, yeah, there's nothing. Well, as of the recording and this article, which this article's from a month ago now.
Yeah.
So maybe it's changed.
They've cast a bunch of people that I'm sure we don't know, right?
Yeah, I mean, here's some names, but the big one I know is Nick Offerman.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Ron Swanson for people who...
Yeah, do we know who, though?
No.
No, right, they said people,
Nothing.
but not
apparently they're signing people, but they're not telling us who.
Who the fuck would...
That's probably the last person I would picture in it.
I don't know though. I bet he's good. So
I mean, I love him. I
so
love
I
his
wonder
actor,
if he's
yeah.
like excited if he's gonna play like who was the badass king who you fought? It was half horse or on a big ass horse.
Yeah.
I can actually see him playing him.
Yeah, he could be.
You know?
Yeah.
Or even a voice. I'm sure there's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of CGI, but him playing
yeah.
a bigger than life character.
Yeah, he could be a voice. That's a
Yeah.
good point. Or just crazy makeup.
Yeah.
Maybe
I hope they go more practical effects for this. Because this could be all CGI, which is just the fucking game.
Yeah,
Like,
I hope
don't want
they-
that. I want something neat. I want something very neat.
Yeah.
Do we know who's directing it? Isn't it someone promising?
Let's see.
Right?
I don't know if they have a
The writer, director attached. I don't know. There's so many
Nah.
video game projects in the work right now that I can't.
The
keep
project
them
is being developed by A24.
straight. A24. Okay.
with
so
Alex Garland.
Yes, Alex Garland. Yes. So that's
Write and direct. There you go.
So I mean that has promise.
Is that right?
Yeah, Alex Garland. He did 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
And
All right.
he was attached to the original Halo franchise, which didn't work out. Then he ended up making District 19 or District 24. Remember that?
I like that movie a lot.
Yes. So think about that. That was
All right. I'm in.
Yeah.
Now I'm in.
all right.
Thanks, Matt. Everybody else you should be into. This might be a future quest, but I'll just kind of jump on here. GameSpot said Seros, which is a new release. Seros. I guess it's
It
Seros.
did come out. Yes.
It came out, which I almost like until I got.
I forgot. Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't.
I was gonna.
It's House Mark.
Yeah, House. Is that how you Mark? It's not
Or
Marquee.
I don't know. I always hear like, oh, it's that way, and then
Yeah. But apparently, it has a really special haptics on the PS5's DualSense controller.
I heard that. I have heard it because it was.
I don't know
'cause
what-
the
I
first
didn't read
part,
it.
It's almost a first party title. Not a first party.
Mm-hmm.
Do they call that a second party? I think it's one of your few second parties, meaning it's wholly owned and only produces games for PlayStation.
Yeah.
So they work very closely with PlayStation.
Yeah,
with
they're
Sony.
very.
So the other game had good haptics plus good three. What do they call that? Binaural sound,
Right.
which surround sound, but technically it's surround sound on headphones.
Yeah.
if you will.
Right. It's
So yeah,
mimicking
so I
surround
heard
sound.
about this. It should have that. So does that mean I think it's only available on PlayStation?
Yeah,
Right?
you have to bring out the PlayStation.
Oh, dust that fucker off.
It does need.
But
dust
I've
off.
been early reviews of that game looked pretty good.
Yeah,
It looked to be, from what I saw and read, it was a more approachable.
okay. That game was hard. The first whatever.
Yeah,
it
what
was.
the fuck?
Ugh.
Returnal.
Returnal.
I loved.
That was tough.
I was so fucking bad at it. I was so frustrated.
Yeah, I was bad for a long time, but I beat that.
But I think
I beat it.
Yeah,
There's
I
like
think
a beat it too.
Yeah.
You have to like play it a lot of times.
I think they said they learned their lesson and they made this one a little more. I mean, all you really need to make those games a little easier is there's more carryover,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That's it. More, power ups. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's again a rogue. It's a
That was
rogue
full
version.
rogue.
Is that
Yeah.
a full rogue?
I mean, almost. Yeah, some little stuff carried over.
Yeah.
Remember, to be a true rogue,
You have
your
to. Nothing.
100th playthrough has to be the exact same as your
Right.
first playthrough. And I think the only difference is your skill.
Yeah.
My skill sucks. That's why I can't beat rogue.
You got to get good. I try to get good.
All right, it's turning into Future Quest somehow, but
Yeah, that was
hey-oh.
a little bit of a future quest for you.
All right, I got one more. I'll just do one
All
more.
right, do your one more, man.
All right, and this is from a Paul Tassi article.
Paul Tassi.
And I just want to touch on it because the hype has gotten to me. The hype has gotten to me. I'm talking about 6 chicks here, baby.
6 chicks.
I know, 6 chicks, 4
Floor.
5 guys. Talking about GTA 6.
Oh, you're getting hyped up.
I think I am. I didn't realize how long it's been since GTA 5 came out. And I remember that was 3 consoles ago.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? That was PlayStation 3.
That was a fun game because that was one where we passed the controller
Yes.
around.
And I remember thinking at the time, like, how good that game looked. Like, it's funny, like, they put more time and effort into that game than they needed to.
Yeah.
But anyways, and on that regards, Paul was talking about how there's a chance that they spent $1 billion making this game. Most times they say somewhere between 500 to 750 million. only.
Right.
But his thing is like, it'll make that easy probably in the first week. Yeah, he calls it, it's probably going to be the biggest consumer release ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, topping movies, iPhones, like everything.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, the hype, I just heard people talking, and they're already talking, and if it's true, it's going to be groundbreaking. I mean, I forget, like, one of the things I've heard, and I don't know how they know this, and again, this is probably rumors, but they were saying you could follow an NPC around all day, and they would go through an average day of a person, just a generic NPC.
I bet.
And you could literally just walk with them and follow them, and they might have a whole day planned.
It could be very interesting.
But I don't know if that's true.
It sounds like it could be.
Based on how long it's been in development, I feel like that could be
and the
true.
money spent. So to give you an idea, they're pretty sure the first game cost around $250 million. So we're talking at least triple, possibly quadruple the budget.
Yeah. I'm just thinking it's going to get delayed again. I just feel like it's going to get delayed one more time.
Again, I don't care. So.
It doesn't matter to me at this point. It's going to happen, but it just...
But so now I'm starting to get a little excited because I do remember past the controller. I think we'll play it. We'll have fun.
Couch co-op?
Couch co-op. Well, couch kind of co-op.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Couch take turnies.
Yeah.
But I think it could be. I think it'd be interesting.
At the end of the day, they're always pretty damn good games.
Yeah,
I enjoyed every one. It's been so long. I don't know why I'm just not. But I see why you're getting excited.
Yeah.
As it gets closer, I'll probably.
It's
get
not
more
our
excited.
typical games that we play.
No. No, but there's always they always.
The story was actually really great.
Yeah, I actually love the story.
Yeah, our characters were.
They were wild.
Oh my God,
and funny.
Trevor's
was
one of the best characters ever.
Yeah.
So. Although Steve Ogg does not like.
Yeah, I guess he was. Well, he doesn't.
Auto.
He's like, go read a book. When he's asked about it.
Steve Ogg is an asshole.
I guess so. Yeah.
You might not be Steve Ogg. I love you. All right.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe. Come on here. Talk about books.
Yeah. We'll talk about books. Let's see.
All righty, rights.
Okay. Any more?
No, I think that's it. I got. Wait, let me make sure there's no more timely ones. There wasn't only timely ones. So go ahead if you got others.
Hey, well, speaking of movies, Bloodborne is being turned into a movie.
I may have heard that.
Apparently, I guess some Jacksepticeye's Eye. I guess he's like a content creator and he's producing it. He said he was born to make this film or something.
Now, is that going to be live action?
I don't know that much.
Okay.
Oh, animated. Here it is. Animated.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Yeah.
So they're going to do, he promises going to do justice. And speaking of French,
okay.
and I thought it was very topical, and we talked about it, Castlevania Belmont's Curse is twisting French legends into nightmare bosses.
Oh, interesting. I hear a lot of...
it's going to be like France and like the whatever.
Yeah, I hear a lot of French lore.
Yeah.
And Le Monsters.
1499, Paris.
Okay.
So, 23 years after Dracula's Curse. So, they have Joan of Arc in it, I guess, is one of the...
Jeanne d'Arc.
Oh.
That's right. There's that French coming in.
Oh, boy. No French listens. Maybe we'll get one now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think France.
No, I don't know.
Quick one. Jack Black weighed in thinking if they do a Red Dead Redemption movie, he has an idea who he'll play.
Oh, so I saw that headline and then like my phone crashed or something weird. Yeah. So I never got to read. So who? Who does he think he would play?
I don't know. I didn't actually look.
You didn't look either. I mean, it wouldn't be... I mean, I only know the main character.
I think he said himself. I think he wants to play like himself in a Red Dead world.
Oh.
I think that was what the gist of it.
Oh, like a him type character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Jack Black.
That actually would be fun.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is. We're going to go with that, even if it's not.
Okay. Oh, man.
You want to go? Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
And this is kind of a little bit of sad news for people who probably didn't even know this game existed, but Elder Scrolls Mobile is shut down. This was very old.
Oh,
I meant to bring this up last time.
The Elder, like swords, blades.
So it's officially done. Gone and done.
So someone was playing it.
Yeah.
Or not.
And they actually like for like I remember this. I think it was like the last month or last week. They gave all like the things that were behind paywalls.
That's good.
Carte blanche. You could have whatever you want. Do
nice.
whatever you want.
Fire sale.
And then here's some dual Kingdom Come Deliverance news.
Okay.
You know me, I'm a big fan. So the first one's happy news, good news. They actually, the week of, and this was in April, as this article from, I forget who this is, but as of April, so this was past, that for a whole week, they donated every $1 of a copy sold to helping preserve a real, actual castle that had ties to the game. So all that money would help preserve it. And I'm going to butcher it because it's spelled PIRKS with this little symbol, STEJN castle. So Perkstein.
Is it Polish, right?
No, they're Czech.
Czech.
I think Czech.
Czech.
I think it's Czech. I'm probably wrong again on that. Respawn. We'll get that right. And then the bad news for Kingdom Come, they're always kind of getting caught up in this.
Uh-oh.
So they've had some AI issues. I think they got caught using AI at some point for something, or maybe in early development.
Got caught with AI.
Yeah, I know. It's like such a dirty word these days. But I guess their translator said he was fired and he was replaced with AI. So their translator was pretty mad. Saying,
I don't know, man. For at least a smaller company using AI translation, that's kind of hard to not do.
Apparently, they had like an open, I don't know, like maybe like a Reddit or something where they can communicate with and they had like a question, Q&A with their fans and like
an AMA.
Yeah, something. And apparently, 99% of the questions were all about their AI and how they're using it, and like people are freaking out. I think it was them who did that.
It's tough. It's a tough topic. I get it. It's tough, but
I won't talk about that. And I guess scientists have a new scientific study concludes that post-game depression is real.
Yeah.
And RPGs have the biggest effect on us.
Yes. There's something about beating the end.
So it's official.
It's
a sanctioned thing from
I'd love to get that. Like, it's just, you're not in that world anymore, and just,
So, there you go. Sad. A little bit of sadness for Matt.
All right.
I think that's it. That's all the news I have.
Yeah, it was good news. That was a...
Try to keep it.
That was a informative segment, I feel like.
All right.
Thank you for being with us.
Future quests.
All right. So, yeah, I know I'm trying not to even look to the future a whole lot for these quests because I got too many current quests.
Yeah, you got current.
Although I'm gonna have to let some go, man. I think. Well, I already said I let go of the Outer Worlds too.
You're done.
I will not let go of Fallout New Vegas. I will definitely get back to that. Now that Outer Worlds is gone, I think though, because they were too similar.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to be playing some more Crimson Desert. That's my main focus.
Good.
But that makes it hard to... And this segues into my next thing. Makes it hard to get back into Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah, they're both the same style.
Shadows, which... I think I said on here that if I do go back into that game, I need to stop doing all the side activities. I just need to straight mainline the quest, which it wasn't that I was getting burnt out on them, but I think I'm about to. Mm-hmm. So I need to just finish that game because a future quest I am very excited for, the world's worst kept secret, is the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So this is the remaster, or technically it's more of a, well, it's not a remake, it's more of a remaster of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is one of the very few Assassin's Creed games I've never played. Which is funny because most people say it's one of the best ones.
There you go.
So, I don't know if you followed or looked at anything.
I think I saw images popping out, people comparing.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks like they've kind of brought the new to the old, but still kept some of the old, which I'll be interested to go back into the old.
Right.
I don't know the whole thing. Well, I don't know how much I'm into the naval combat, which is the whole thing, like the pirate stuff. They had a little bit of that in Assassin's Creed 3, and they had a little bit of that in like Assassin's Creed Origins, I want to say. And I was never really into it.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't know. But it is funny to me, like, this is coming out and getting, like, so much hype and so much love. And yet we always talk about their poor foray into the standalone pirate game, which did terrible. No one wanted and no one played.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
They spent so much time on
Yeah.
it. Only make a worse version of it.
But I'm kind of excited to jump into it. And there's a lot of sea shanties. And there's even more sea shanties now. So that's the
I like a good sea shanty.
Yeah. So there is that. So we'll see. I don't know. It comes out on July 9th. So kind of soon. Both it's on the going to be on the PS5, Xbox SS and X and S. And the PC. If you notice, none of these games we ever talk about also available on the Switch. Nope, not.
Nah, it's not too much.
Even though the Switch 2 is apparently more powerful, still just not.
Yeah, it's
not good enough.
Not yet. But they do their thing.
Yeah, good for them. But that's probably it. Ender Magnolia is
that's done.
I don't want it to be, but I just don't.
You don't have the time.
I don't practically see me getting back to that.
Yeah.
Maybe Ball Pit.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. Sad, but that's the way of the world. Limited times.
Yeah, we're limited.
So what's on your radar?
Unless you get millions to do this, right?
That's right.
Start subscribing.
Yes.
For me, Today, I just literally finished the Vampires Crawlers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking.
Post-game depression.
Yeah, so I don't really have anything, but Saros looks good. So that might be up there. So that might be it.
Let me know. Maybe
I'm kind of itching. I think we're at a point, I don't know, I might have to just dive into Borderlands finally and experience that.
Shit, I completely forgot about that. That's every time I think about that game, I get a little sad.
Yeah, I kind of want to at least finish the story, just to say I did it.
Are we gonna have to say it? Just we'll never.
But we'll see. We're not going to discuss that on camera necessarily.
That'll be a personal.
This is a
deep-hearted discussion.
That's right.
What's up?
This is a future quest. I don't know when it's going to be released, but I wanted to talk about it because it got me really excited. A new game called Flash Loop. So this is a 2.5D sci-fi Metroidvania.
Okay.
But it's a callback to a famous Genesis era Flashback. Did you ever play Flashback or hear Flashback?
Yes. I've heard of it. I don't think I ever played it. They tried to do a reboot maybe maybe like 10 years ago.
Yeah, really?
No, yeah.
I'm hopeful for this because this is the first time I'm hearing of it. But Flashback, me and Dr. Sean Williamson, back in the day, this was a random Genesis game he owned. And it was so cool because it was sci-fi, but it was very grounded reality game, which made it hard as shit. Like if you fell too far in that era, fall damage was a thing. It felt like it was gritty. It was just a really gritty experience. It was hard as shit. I probably could have made my hardest games ever.
Was that the game where like the cover art was a dude in like VR goggles?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Or maybe just futuristic goggles.
yeah,
or
something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't
that's.
have an image in my head.
I could probably pull it up. Maybe you'll do it. Pull it up if
Yeah.
you can find it. But
Yeah.
I just remember we loved that game. It was just such a cool, gritty sci-fi experience. It was grounded in reality. It wasn't super over the top. And he like rolled and he did like realistic things that you kind of expect a dude who's just kind of fighting his way through robots and crazy shit. But it was hard.
Robots.
Yeah, there's a little bit of puzzle to it. But we'll see what this one. So I hope it's coming out soon because I'd love to play that if it turns out to be as good or similar. So,
Neat. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of remember being promised for its comeback, and it didn't work. So maybe this will be the one.
Yeah, maybe this will just.
Yeah.
But that's about all I got. So.
So, future looks grim. Backward Hat Andy was very right.
We are
man.
fucked, everybody.
We are fucked. So play the games now.
Yeah.
It might be your last chance. You never know.
You should have voted. Thank you, Steve, for voting.
Yes, and thank you to all our fans for sticking through us and listening in all these countries, and we really do appreciate you.
Absolutely.
So until next time, I'm Matty Flames.
Andrew Wilds.
And remember, if you grow up, you won't be a Toys R Us kid.